Welcome to Library Creamy and welcome to Library Cleaning. Are you a fan of JRPG? Me? Not really, no. To be honest, I am somewhat into some of JRPGs and I like the idea of JRPGs, but my impatient, undiagnosed ADHD self usually cannot stand the grinding and all the rules. It's like I like some JRPGs, but I usually hate most of them, so don't even care unless it's Pokemon, or I usually watch a trailer and be like, oh wow, that's so pretty, and then I buy the game and I never play it. But I once bought a JRPG that didn't really look pretty to me, Miitopia, because it was on the cheap, used, and just because it had a lot of cult following as well. So I bought it, played it for a while, gave my character a Karen wig because I didn't like the hairstyle options, then haven't played it for like months, then I played it again. Then I could not stop playing it, and it's now one of my favorite games on Nintendo Switch. So what made this JRPG that doesn't really look pretty become one of my favorite games? Let's clean the dust up of Miitopia on Nintendo Switch. The first thing I liked about Miitopia was an adequate amount of political correctness. Political correctness is important, but sometimes I don't really care for it. And don't fucking come for me, I'm an Asian man and I will at least have a gaming PC that can run Hogwarts Legacy smoothly if I charge them idiots a quarter every time they call me Kim Jong, Kim Jong. I'm not a fat ugly North Korean man with a bad hairdo, I was just having a bad hair day. So I actually appreciate it when people try to be respectful and politically correct in a personal level. I just personally really don't like it when companies do too much to show people that they care with quotation marks, especially during Pride months. Just stop. And it has been a trend in the gaming industry to adopt political correctness to every single game coming out, but I'm a 90s kid. I laughed at the movies with Jackie Chan and didn't get offended when that man who got slapped by Will Smith said, "Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?" Oh my god, that was so bad. So to a 90s kid, games that are too in your face with PC is just something I don't care for. But Nintendo did it, and I ate that on this game. You can change the gender of your character and you can be a princess or precious little flower even when you're a man, and you can also be a male idol like them K-pop boys even when you are a female. And the relationship system here is very cute and annoying at the same time. Even though this game doesn't really depict any sexual relationships among characters, it does say some characters are soulmates regardless of the genders in both parties. And they do this back and forth childish banter being like, "Do you know who I like, girl?" "What? Tell me." "No, I'm not telling, girl." "Wink wink." "Wink wink." I'm so sorry. And other characters just get jealous over that and get annoyingly vicious, like some 90s sitcom characters that are set in a junior high and they fight because of some stupid things. It's so petty and childish. So I love to hate them. It's like watching a childish version of 90 Days Fiancé reunion. The second reason I love Miitopia was customization. My customization skill is not that great. I just ended up making my Mii character the 3D version of the Chigyu meme. If you don't know what Chigyu is, it's a Japanese slang meaning cheese gyudon. And there's a great video on the meme by a YouTuber named Japan Analysis. I don't know who that man is, but he definitely stopped me from getting any sort of gyudon in my last trip to Japan. Because I was self-conscious about people being like, "Hora hora mite, Chigyu ga chigyu tabeteru yo." But there are a lot of people who make great customized Miis, and I am sure you can save loads of time by downloading those Miis people uploaded. Of course, it becomes a horror version of the character once some of these characters make any facial expressions. The third thing I liked was this game somehow made grinding not so tedious. Usually, if you hate JRPGs, you will hate them because of grinding. But this game has a special system. Each monster has a different vice, so even when you're dealing with the same species of monster on and on, it somehow makes you less bored because they don't really look all the same, and you can press B button, ZR or ZL to fast forward the game. You probably had this experience of either hating the tedious conversation between characters and wants to skip it but cannot, or getting frustrated because the characters talk so slow with occasional voiceover of "huh? Huh? Even when they're actually entertaining. But on Miitopia, you can simply press a button and everything moves quickly. even the conversation and battles. And this made me feel like I'm not really wasting a lot of time away, even though this game literally took away my time for days. And also, the music is simply great. I am not really a musically sensitive person when it comes to gaming, but oh my god, just name it. J-pop, jazz, orchestra, they got it. They have such a variety of music. They have in total 247 tracks in Switch version of Miitopia, and most of them are just so good. But just like anything in life, nothing can be perfect. There were things that I didn't particularly enjoy as well. Of course, there is grinding. This is a JRPG after all, so there will be a grinding. You are forced to change your jobs for 3 times throughout the story. It's good in a way that you get to experience different jobs throughout the game, but it's kind of frustrating to go through leveling up, purchasing gear again from level 1, and you lose your colleagues 3 times as well. Now ain't that some shit? And although as I mentioned the grinding seems less tedious compared to other games due to different monster faces and fast forwarding, you will at some point have to grind to get more money to upgrade your gears, and since some jobs like vampire and elves can be unlocked after some progress in the game, you have to level up your character from level 1 when you have other characters available that are already almost the highest level in the party. The other thing I didn't care for was the balancing. There are in total 12 jobs in Miitopia, and each job comes with unique skills and costumes and weapons. They are sometimes witty, sometimes cool, but unfortunately, not all jobs were created equally. There are seriously great jobs. Cats are just crazy overpowered among physical attackers, and mages deal great damages even with the questionable AIs, and elf is just like red mages from Final Fantasy Tactics. They're good damage dealers and also good supporters. And there is tank. In theory, it looks really cool, but tanks will occasionally use a party member as a cannonball. Literally. And of course, the ones who were used as a human missile gets upset. And of course, the relationship sours. And there is cook. They force-feed your party members spicy food, like they are the mukbangers, and your party members will breathe fire and attack the enemy. But some gets upset at the cook. I mean, I would be upset if someone forced me to watch mukbang because I just find the concept fucking disgusting. And I would be more than upset if somebody force-fed me that spicy bulldog noodles. They will have to apologize to my booty hole because it will be crying in the morning. Anyway, because of this reason, you won't be using certain jobs unless you want a nicer version of love and hip-hop happening every day inside your Nintendo Switch screen. Which is a shame because those jobs do look really cool. But at the end of the day, even with the balancing issue and grinding, Miitopia is, in my opinion, worth the price. It has great range of music, quirky character design elements, and also a lot of playtime. But unless you're a big fan of Tomodachi Life or JRPG, chances are you might not like it for the first 1 hour you play it. So just download the demo. If you enjoyed it, get it. And if you ever find it on the used game bin in local game shop or on sale on eShop, I recommend you get it. And if you are one of those people who are still upset about Nintendo stringing you all along with Tomodachi Life and never giving you Tomodachi Life, I'm so sorry, but for now this is your only option. So please play Miitopia and make me a pretty looking Sprigatito for me and share it online for me, because my Sprigatito looks like Pok Choi. Not because I'm an Asian, it just looks like Pok Choi. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please be a good lamb and take me to church and make me a lamb tajin. And subscribe. Bye.